What do you picture when you think of North Korea? Giant military parades? Solemn faces looking up at statues of their leaders? It's a country shrouded in mystery, and today, we're going to peel back a few layers and take a look at what daily life is really like for the average person living there. Forget the headlines for a moment, and let's explore the human side of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. First, let's talk about the capital, Pyongyang. If you're lucky enough to visit as a tourist, this is what you'll see. It's a city of colorful, high-rise apartment buildings, wide boulevards, and grand monuments. There's a subway system that's surprisingly ornate, with chandeliers and marble pillars. For the residents of Pyongyang, life is relatively privileged compared to the rest of the country. These are often the families of government officials, military officers, or people with specialized skills. They have better access to electricity, running water, and a wider variety of food. They might enjoy an evening at a modern cinema, a water park, or even a pizza restaurant. However, even for them, life is far from what we'd consider normal. Every aspect is controlled, from the state-approved haircuts you can get to the mandatory participation in mass events like synchronized dances or political rallies. But Pyongyang is home to only about 3 million of the country's 26 million people. So what about life outside the capital? Once you leave the showcase city, the picture changes dramatically. In rural areas, life is much tougher. Electricity is a luxury, often available for only a few hours a day, if at all. Many homes rely on wood or coal for heating and cooking. Farming is the backbone of rural life, but it's incredibly challenging. Most of it is done by hand or with the help of oxen, as modern machinery is scarce. The country has faced chronic food shortages for decades, and families in the countryside are the most affected. Their diet is typically very simple, consisting mainly of rice or corn, kimchi, and whatever vegetables they can grow in small personal gardens. Meat is a rare treat, usually reserved for special occasions like a leader's birthday. Now, let's talk about the social fabric. North Korean society is built on a system called Songbun. Think of it as a social class system, determined by your family's loyalty to the regime, going back generations. It's divided into 3 main classes: the core class, the wavering class, and the hostile class. Your Songbun dictates everything: where you can live, what job you can have, whether you can join the ruling party, and even who you can marry. If your ancestors were revolutionary heroes, you're in the core class and have access to the best opportunities. If your family had ties to landowners, businessmen, or South Korea before the war, you're in the hostile class, and your life will be one of constant struggle and suspicion. It's a system that's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to escape from. Education is free and compulsory for 12 years, and the country boasts a high literacy rate. However, the curriculum is heavily focused on ideology. From a very young age, children are taught to revere the Kim family, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, and Kim Jong-un. Their lives and achievements are presented as almost mythical. A huge part of a student's time is spent studying the leader's revolutionary history. While subjects like math and science are taught, they are often framed within the context of serving the state and the military. After school, most children are required to join youth organizations like the Young Pioneers, where they continue their ideological training and participate in community labor projects. What about work? After finishing school or military service, the state assigns you a job. You don't get to choose your career based on your passions. Your assignment depends on your Songbun and the needs of the state. Most people work in state-owned enterprises or on collective farms. The official monthly salary is very low, often just a few dollars. In reality, this state salary is not enough to live on. This has led to the rise of an unofficial market economy. People have found ways to make money on the side, a practice that is technically illegal but widely tolerated by authorities, often in exchange for a bribe. These jangmadang, or local markets, have become the true lifeblood of the economy. Here, people sell everything from homemade noodles and tofu to smuggled Chinese electronics and cosmetics. It is in these markets that a little bit of capitalism and individual initiative have managed to sprout, allowing people to survive. How do people spend their free time? Well, entertainment is also state-controlled. There are no international movies, no global music charts, no internet as we know it. The TV channels show propaganda films, documentaries about the leaders, and performances by state-approved artists. But people are resourceful. Smuggled USB drives and SD cards containing South Korean dramas, Hollywood movies, and K-pop music are incredibly popular, especially among the younger generation. They are passed around secretly, and getting caught with one can lead to severe punishment. But for many, it's a risk worth taking for a glimpse into the outside world. Public life involves a lot of group activities. People are organized into neighborhood units called Inminban, led by a local official who monitors the residents. These units hold regular meetings for self-criticism and to study the leaders' teachings. It's a way for the state to keep a close eye on everyone. Despite all the hardship and control, it's important to remember that people in North Korea are just that, people. They fall in love, they raise families, they have friends, and they find ways to experience joy. They have picnics along the riverbanks in Pyongyang, they play volleyball in their neighborhoods, and they celebrate holidays with their families. They tell jokes, quietly, and they dream of a better life for their children. The human spirit is incredibly resilient, and even in one of the most restrictive environments on Earth, people find ways to connect, to hope, and to endure. Their lives are a complex mix of duty, survival, fear, and small, personal moments of happiness. It's a reality far more nuanced than the simple, one-dimensional image we often see in the news. So, when we think of North Korea, let's try to look beyond the missiles and the parades. Let's think about the farmer trying to grow enough food for his family, the young student secretly watching a foreign movie, and the market vendor hustling to make a living. Their stories are a crucial part of understanding this isolated nation. The world they live in is vastly different from ours, a place of immense challenges and limited freedoms, but their humanity is universal. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into daily life in North Korea. It's a complex topic, and we've only scratched the surface. If you found this interesting, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content that explores the world in a new way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.